it is the Comic Expo that is happening. It starts tonight and it goes for the next 4 days, right through until Sunday. And one of the gentlemen who's performing there is right here on our panel this morning.
Lucky us.
How about this, Jen? It is Mark Nguyen, who is an actor and a producer. You are part of a group called the 404s Improv Group.
Yep.
Let's start with that.
Well, for starters, there's no apostrophe. It's we're plural, not possessive. So, anyways, but yeah, we are we're improv comedy group, and we are our specialty, if you will, is to do nerdy, geeky kind of stuff. So we more often than that, and especially at the Calgary Expo, we're going to be doing shows which focus very much on a particular area of fandom. So, for example, tomorrow on Friday, we're doing a Doctor Who themed show, which explains the action figures we have up there. We're going to take a suggestion from the audience, and we're going to improvise the entire episode of Doctor Who right in front of them. No practices, nothing known in advance. We're just going to go for it.
Well, that leads into our video question that was sent in earlier yesterday. So here's a video question for you. Have a look and have a listen.
Hello, my name is Jessica. I'm from Mississauga, Ontario, and I have a question for your guest. As an improv group of geek culture, how do you overcome performing scenes of fandoms that you never heard of, whether because it's retro or very niche in the market? And afterwards, do you get a chance to see these fandoms and view them as potential material for future shows? Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 We want to clarify again, what is fandom?
Well, fandom in this context is like being a real fan of something, or a group of fans of something. So there's the Calgary Flames fandom, there's a Doctor Who fandom, and so on. So I think the question is, like, what about the fandoms that we get asked to do as improvisers on stage? Like if we're up on stage doing a show and they suddenly ask, oh, do something from Fireball XL5 from the 1950s.
Oh, yeah.
Or some obscure radio show or something like that. Have we watched that? Some of us probably haven't, and most of the people in the audience certainly wouldn't have that, but we'll do it anyways. But the key about doing this sort of thing in the nerdy fandom is that there's always going to be certain archetypes. There's going to be a heroic guy. There's going to be the loner guy, and so on. You can play those sort of things. So there's probably going to be a heroic pony in some show, or a loner Time Lord guy from Doctor Who. So we'll play to those, and we'll make a show. We'll carry off a show like that. And to follow up on the question, yeah, we're going to go afterwards. We often go back and we'll watch a marathon session of Fireball XL5 just because we can. And then work that into a show later. You never know. So.
It's, you know, we chatted about it earlier, about all of these, and I don't want to say nerdy or geeky films that are coming out, because you know what, I don't know, I guess we're all nerdy and geeky to some degree, but when you think about the Avengers and the X-Men and all these other movies, there is that interest. Who would have thought an improv group would be a part of the Comic Expo? Look at this, man.
Well, I'm having a lot of fun. We were actually there in the first year. Back in the day, we were doing a lot of stuff based on anime at the time, actually, and they said, hey, why don't you do an anime-themed show? And we brought in some voice actors for that year from Vancouver, and we just had a really good time with them. It was really fun to do it, with their anime characters, with all the general nerdy, geeky type of topics as well. We had a really good time. It's been snowballing.
So much to see, so much entertainment, hey?
Yeah, why do you think there's such an explosion to the interest? This interest it is a phenomenon. I mean, I remember over the last couple of years we've been hearing about how many people are going to these shows, and a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, it's about time.
I think
are these people coming out of the closet, so to speak?
I think that we've been sitting in Calgary anyway.
So to speak. So to speak, Nick.
Yeah.
Did you ever need to be in one?
Well,
if you liked comics.
but why do you think that
Your geek shirt was in the closet.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, my Bazinga shirt's at home,
Yeah.
But I think we've been sitting on a powder keg, if you will, for a while now, right? Of people who love this sort of stuff, but they've been stuck in a self-made closet for a long time. They were just waiting for the right venue to come along, where people can get together, talk about their comics or their various media, and have fun, like doing an improv show along with it as well, just to really express that inner nerdiness, that inner geek, and really have a lot of fun with a lot of like-minded people.
Yeah.
A lot of social media involved there, hey? A good way to connect
no
with
question.
everybody and then round everybody up in person, right?
Yeah.
Well, you got to give props to the Expo for putting together such a diverse,
Recognizing this,
talented, group of artists and everybody that's involved.
I think diversity is the key, because I mean, I was doing comic conventions like I've been doing for 15 years, and for a long time they were just focused on comics. But when the expo started up, they really started to diversify, get the anime in there, TV, video games, movies, all that stuff. And now all of a sudden you're opening up the whole market, and you're going to touch somebody in every home who likes something that's being shown there.
Not only that, but the people who like anime and comics.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
It's all grouped together kind of thing.
Oh, there's a lot of crossover for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And you can tell by the amount of people that are showing up at this. If you can get tickets,
I know.
you know.
Get them
Not a
early.
bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. get them for next year already.
Or volunteer for the expo. That helps too.
There's
That's a good
smart-
idea.
Look at this
Good
guy.
way to get in the door, get an experience.
Yeah, Mark Nguyen is an actor and producer of the 404's improv comedy group, and you do some work here in Calgary as well, too.
Yeah, well, I do have a day job where I sell stuff and make people happy that way. But yeah, I do. But it's really the improv for me. That enables this. I really have it that
Absolutely.
way.
Great to have you on set as well, too, this morning.